It's looking like everything may be okay now. You see this big old box right here on the screen? GeForce Experience, GeForce Game Ready driver. This update nearly killed my computer just now. Because the thing about this computer is that it's heavily dependent on the graphics card. Since I had everything ready for the stream open and everything like that, it meant that when the GPU wasn't working, the CPU went up to 80 degrees. And that made me very, very scared. But, everything is good now. So, how you guys all doing? You all alright? I'm obviously not ready. Nvidia decided to push an update just before I started streaming, which has really caused many, many problems indeed, as you would expect. So I'm not ready. Normally I'm ready for like 25 minutes, half an hour before, because it ain't good. It ain't good. Alrighty, so how we all doing? We all okay? I hope everything's okay with you guys. As I said, I just had only a minor heart attack. Only a minor heart attack about, you know, the whole CPU blowing up and stuff. But everything seems good now. So how about we go ahead and load up this mod so we can do some building today. It's going to be good fun. Also, can you all hear me? Can you all see me? Everything like that? Want to make sure everything is okay. And Brotherhood of Steel Paladin says, hi. Hello there, buddy. Are you indeed a real Paladin of the Brotherhood of Steel? Dave says, hello. Hello there, Dave. You all right? Dave! What are you doing on the stream? You're meant to be watching the thing over there. Don't you... You do as I tell you to. If that child escapes from the cage, then it's going to eat your heart out because it hates you. We have strange things going on nowadays. Okay, so... let's see what we can do then. As I said, things aren't ready. Is the stream even going? Is the stream even going? I didn't even know if the stream's going. Is it going? I might just be talking to myself right now, but let's go ahead and see what's up. Alright, so, because right now I just literally clicked on my little preview and it didn't show anything. So, let's just double check everything is working. I certainly hope so. We see something there which says live now. Let me just go and double check this is actually correct. Okay. Again, very much sorry about this, guys. Very sorry about this. But, you know, tech issues, they're tech issues, you know. Yep, okay, I can see myself now. Okay, so I know the stream is going live. That makes me feel much, much better indeed. I can chill for a moment now. I can chill for a moment. Okay, so the mod is loaded up now. And here's the thing today. Oh, also, my OBS isn't really working. It says I've got 0 people watching. But I can see all of your messages and clearly see there are people watching. Oh, that's a YouTube thing, actually. YouTube says 0 people are watching. That doesn't make sense because people are actually sending messages. Okay, so let's see what's up. Okay, so the mod is now loaded and we're going to load up our cell. Go ahead and go to the Diamond City upper bar. Mr. Coolface110 says, it's your boy. Whose boy? My boy? I don't have a boy. Huh? Well, I guess I have one now. At least... temporarily. Anyway, I have a temporary boy. You can be my American boy. Okay, so what else are people saying though? Jack Vickery says, hello everyone, quick question. Has anybody seen the King of Monsters trailer? No, I have not. Is that a new Godzilla movie or something like that? I don't really care for the latest Godzilla movie. Loads of people sang its praises and stuff and were saying, oh god, it's so cool to see Godzilla being the King of Monsters. But you know what? We didn't actually see Godzilla in the movie that much, you know. It was kind of disappointing. But oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so VXPig9954 says, this is the first live stream I've made it to on your channel. Well, welcome, buddy. Welcome. Glad you're here. Like, you almost didn't get a live stream because, as I said, Nvidia decided to, you know, stick their big old ass in the computer systems, and we nearly didn't actually end up live streaming. But it is what it is now. So... here's the thing, people. I'm going to tell you this right now. Here's the thing about the mod. I actually went ahead and said that I wasn't really going to be doing any more of this mod on livestream until it was a bit more done. You know, as you can see, we need much more furniture and stuff, and there's lots of things that don't work, like the doors still don't work and stuff like that. But here's the thing. I'm not going to be able to be at my computer much at all for the next 2 weeks or so, maybe a week and a half. I'm only going to be at my computer for maybe 2 hours a day for the next week and a half or 2 weeks. So therefore... we're actually going to be doing a bit more live streaming. When I do have some time on my computer, you know, about this time, we're going to do live streaming of this. Because obviously we do want to get this done within a reasonable fashion of time. And I think it'll be good. Okay, so seeing as I wasn't actually able to go ahead and do all the Twitter posts and stuff like that, let's get a share spike. Let's get a share spike on the stream so we can actually get people watching and let them know that the stream is going ahead, because it was a little bit late. And of course, YouTube does not appear to be sending out the proper amount of invites and stuff, because if there are less people watching, I can only suspect that's because something went wrong with the scheduling and stuff like that. So I'm going to go ahead and send it off to Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and send it off to Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and grab the link right here. And once I've got said link, I'm going to go ahead and share it onto Twitter. Oh, stop talking to me on the other monitor, Final Render. I hate that guy's voice. Absolute suck. Okay, so let's go ahead and share this video. Let's go ahead and share it on Twitter right here. So we had a minor tech issue, but we are up and running now. Come check out the live stream. And then tweet. That's my part of the share spike done. You guys are going to go ahead and do the same now. You guys have got to go ahead and share the stream to all of your friends, family, relatives, everyone like that. Share it onto Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, Bebo, Instagram, all those amazing websites. Go ahead and share them to all of them so we can get some more people in, you know. Because as I said, I got a feeling that some people haven't got notifications because it was technically a little bit late. Okay, so I'll just quickly go ahead and pull up the chat again. Well, I can't actually do too many things at once, unfortunately. Here we go, bringing up the chat right here. And Dave says, no spelling mistakes. Whoop, whoop. Indeed, we definitely don't want any more spelling mistakes. And Fun Dharma says, hi, quick question. Are you going to play Fallout 76? You ain't from around here, are you, boy? You ain't from around here, boy. Yes, we've been doing lots of videos on Fallout 76. I'm very much hyped for it. I'm going to go in and get rid of that thing, which would have the countdown, which obviously doesn't work anymore, or is not needed anymore. Okay, so, now I suppose I need to also go ahead and get the recording thing going, don't I? Seeing as, oh no, that's all correct. Okay, that's all correct still. Okay, so let's start recording. As I said, wasn't going to do as much of this on live stream, but seeing as I'm not going to be on my computer much for the next 2 weeks, probably going to get like 10 hours or so on my computer in the next 2 weeks, we're going to do it on live stream. So, let's get going. And also, on that note, seeing as we're not actually going to be having much time with this mod over the next 2 weeks, I want to do the big things this stream. I want to go and like put furniture in and stuff like that, and actually do some of the more important things, not things like fixing doors or fixing lights and stuff like that, you know, namby-pamby stuff. I want to go ahead and get some proper hardcore modding going on here. So let's get going then. Let's get going indeed. What I need is my object window, which is over here for some reason. Here we go. And now, what I really want is some stools. I want some stools. I don't mean I want some, you know, fecal matter. I mean I want some actual stools you can sit on. And with these stools, I'm going to go ahead and put them along these little railings here. I remember there was a place I used to go to. It wasn't really anything special, just a little bar in my teens. And they had stools like this. In fact, that was the exact stool I wanted, if I remember correctly. Or do I want this one now? Think about it. Yeah, that one might be a bit better, actually. Okay, yeah, we'll go with this one. And what I want to do with these... That's not even the right chair, goddammit. I want to go ahead and put them along these railings here. Here we go. And as you can see, we have also got the kind of blue ghost effect. And what this is that it's showing where the players and also the NPCs will be sitting when they actually go ahead and use this stool. So, it's a little high, actually, that stool. It is a little bit too high. What can I do with it? It's not the end of the world, actually, because I don't think they actually put stuff onto the counters, do they? I don't think so, anyway. If it really causes a problem, we can adjust it. But for now, let's go ahead and just put it like that. Or I could just lower it, I suppose. Yeah, just have a little stool. The feet aren't actually glitching into the floor. So yeah, it's just a slightly smaller stool. Is it glitching through there? Oh, it is glitching through there. We'll have to go ahead and cover that with some kind of flooring. But again, you know, that's really not the end of the world, you know, because we do have these beams exposed. We could go ahead and hide those anyway, you know. Might be a nice idea to go ahead and do that. Okay, so who is in the chat? Bobby Bear 007 Games says, you want pop we can sit on. You want pop we can sit on? Well, I've got some Dr. Pepper here. That's what you're asking. That's some very nice pop. Oh, it's ice cold, that is. Very ice cold indeed. I don't know if they really do this anywhere else in the world, but in the UK, we often call fizzy drinks, like cola and stuff like that, sodas, we call them pop. Fizzy pop. Because, you know, that's the sound it makes. So, that's why I may sometimes call it pop. So what I want to do is get a load of these stools here. and just have them here, you know, so people can kind of sit on the railings, look down at the people below, and just kind of sit there and enjoy their drinks, most likely alone. In fact, let's go ahead and actually have some a bit closer to each other. You know, that way people seem a bit less lonely. So lonely, I'm so lonely. Oh, Team America. Good film, Team America. There we go, and we'll also bring this guy in a little closer. There we go. So we got the whole Blue Man group right there, being old blue dabba dee dabba da, you know? And that seems good. What about with the lighting engine? Yep, that's good. And there should still be plenty of clearance for the players to go up and down and stuff, so fantastic. Jennifer Montgomery says, final render. It's easier to place rugs down first. That way you can view them without furniture on them. Place rugs down first so you can view them without furniture on them. I don't think I understand what you mean, Jennifer. I don't think I know what you mean. If you could elaborate a bit on that, then I might actually know a bit more what you're talking about. Mr. Coolface says, I'm lonely. You're not lonely. You're in the final render live stream. And everyone is friends here. Absolutely everyone. In fact, if you do want to go ahead, and talk to some more people, you can go ahead and join the final render Discord. The link to that is in the description. And you can talk to some more people in the final render community. We're all a good bunch, and we have some fun in there. Alright, so what about that side? Do I want any more that? I do want some that side. But if I remember correctly, I do have to move this light, don't I? I seem to remember when I was doing some work in my free time, that this lamp, or this kind of chandelier, so to speak, is very near the railing. So close that people could burn their fingers on it. And we don't want people burning their fingers. So we'll have to go ahead and adjust that a bit later. But anyways, let's go ahead and grab this again. And bring it across here. Make sure my angle snap is on. Indeed it is. And rotate it to 45 degrees. That's good. And with the angle snapping, you don't have to do it. You know, you can turn it off and you can rotate things on its individual axis. You know, just kind of do like full 360 no scope, quick scope, Fortnite, quick builder kind of thing. But for me, I typically like to have things at set angles. So therefore, I normally have it set to the 45 degree angle because it makes it a bit easier. But you can go ahead and adjust it yourself. You can go ahead and have any degree you want with the angle snap. And it will always adhere to that set angle. So go ahead and grab that one there and bring it across here. So I don't know how many NPCs we're going to put in here. I like to put quite a lot. And presumably the NPCs will go ahead and use these chairs, which is definitely what we want. Go ahead and make the place feel crowded. If all the NPCs just all sit on these chairs and don't use any other furniture, it might look a bit creepy. But hopefully they go ahead and use plenty of furniture. What else is in here? Jack Vickery says, you're not lonely. Wait, the final render, so we are lonely. No, no one's lonely. No one is lonely here. Terry the T-Rex says, I'm here for some juicy red meat. Oh my god, oh gosh. Well, don't go eating anyone in here, Mr. T-Rex. Rawr. And all that fun dino stuff. Okay, so what about the lighting engine off? Yeah, that's good. And now something else I also really wanted with this. I don't know if it'll work though. I think it should work. But I really want the tables that are in the memory den. You know, the ones which are kind of got like the red kind of velvet curtain material on them. I really want those. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and go on a field trip. We're going to go on a field trip to the memory den. The memory den is obviously an important part of the main quest. And it is in Good Neighbor. So let's see if we can find it in here. It will presumably be under M for memory den. Or it's T for the memory den. I think it's the memory den now I think about it. Okay, so let's find the most dangerous cell, warehouse traps. I'm really curious to know what that cell is. I'm not going to touch anything. I just want to know, what is this cell? There's a cell in this game called the most dangerous cell. What is this? I don't know where this is in the game. But it's just full of nothing but traps. What is this place? Oh! Is this like something... This must be like a test cell. It's got every kind of variety of traps in here. What on earth is that? So I suspect this was a place where Bethesda would test a load of the traps and stuff like that. I really want to know what this is though. I really want to know what this is. What on earth is that? Looks like some kind of... Looks like an alien. Trap barnacle. Never... What is... Where are they? I've never heard of a trap barnacle in the game before. I might have to look into that actually. Is that like some kind of cut content? Never before found cut content from Fallout 4? Barnacle trap? That's very unusual. But anyways, let's go to the actual memory den. That's what we wanted to do. It is here. Very unusual. What else are people saying, though? Let's go ahead and read some of these messages then. Jack Vickery says, can you make a custom Mirelurk chair using a plain chair and a Mirelurk shell? I don't really know where we'd put that, really. Using a plain chair and a Mirelurk shell. I mean, we can do that, technically speaking. You know, as in, like, the Creation Kit is capable of doing that. But I don't know really where we'd put it. Nice idea, though. Nice idea. We have made kind of custom chairs and stuff like that using different items. Like using car tires and stuff like that. It's been a popular one. Here we go. This is what I want. These tables back here. Go ahead and just grab one. Oh, there's mist and stuff everywhere, isn't there? That means it's going to be a nightmare to click on this table. There we go. Copy. Copied table indeed. Let's go back to where we were now. Please. Creation Kit. Don't you dare break out on me, Creation Kit. I'm watching you. I know where you live, Creation Kit. Don't you dare not respond to me. There we go. Now you're working. So, Diamond City Upper Bar. That is the name of the cell we are working with. And let's go ahead and put some of these tables and chairs down. So we've got these. And I do like the aesthetic. I do like the tables. Question is, how many can we realistically fit down here and still make it feel quite nice? You know, I do want to go ahead and have the place flow quite nicely. I don't want to have the player like tripping over tables and stools and stuff constantly. But let's see what we can do. These have got weird angles to snap to. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn off the angle snapping. And rotate it a bit more manually. Yeah, there we go. There we go indeed. And now this one, same. Yep. I think I built this room slightly lopsided. Because every time I bring something in, it's always at an off angle to the walls and floor. So I think, technically speaking, everything is kind of at an angle. And when I bring it in, it's actually straight. It doesn't actually make a difference to the player or anything like that. But it is a bit of a peeve, really. A bit of a peeve. It slightly peeves me. Sometimes less is more. Let's go ahead and have 2. Sometimes less is more. Let's have that. We'll have 2 there. And we can also have like some... we can have like some kind of table here, can't we? Maybe we can have another one of these. Maybe we can go ahead and grab another one of these. Turn the angle snapping back on. Give it a rotate. Throw your hand down, flip it and reverse it. And can we pop it in there? Is that going to work? Not really. Maybe we can go to get the diner set. You know, the stuff you see in the dining areas. That'll typically work quite well. What else are people saying, though? Jennifer Montgomery says, final render. Some people find it easier to precisely place rugs down without furniture being on them. Again, Jennifer, I don't think I know what you mean, though. I don't mean to be rude, but I don't understand what you mean. Like, I don't have any rugs in here. I generally don't know what you mean. I'm sorry if that sounds offensive, but I don't think I understand what you're trying to say. And Killatron06 says, hey, final render, how are you? Hot! Very hot right now. It's a very hot day in the UK right now. And I'm a little bit sweaty. You might actually be able to hear my fan in the room, but it's not actually pointed at my face. It's actually pointed at the back of my computer. Because, as I said, since the graphics card needed an update, every second the graphics card was updating, the CPU was doing everything. So it meant it got up to like 80 degrees or something like that. So I've just put the fan at the back of the computer just to get it down to ambient temperatures again. Because here's the thing about computers. They overheat very quickly. If your computer ever slows down and it's got plenty of memory, it might be thermal throttling. Very important to go ahead and know the difference between something just being slow because it's overloaded or if it's thermal throttling. Sometimes just moving it somewhere else, like if it's a laptop in particular, will make things better for you. Well, as Bobby Bear 007 says, a throne rent for 2 hours for birthday. Or just felt like Mayor McDonough up in the DC office, just not a synth. Or are you? Do you want me to put a throne room in Mayor McDonough's office? I don't really want to touch anything which is part of the base cell already. You know, I only really want to add to Diamond City. I don't want to go ahead and change the rest of it. And there's a very good reason for that. The reason I don't want to go ahead and change the regular Diamond City is because if I do that, then it means that if someone has multiple Diamond City overhaul mods, then mine may conflict with it. So basically, I'm trying to make sure that my mod will work with other people's mods also. I think that's the polite thing. And also, if you go ahead and just write on the mod description page, this should not interfere with anyone else's mods, it makes things much easier. But if you can't be certain, you'd have to test every single Diamond City overhaul, and, you know, then it gets a bit confusing. But if you just make it a little bit easier for yourself, then you can make it easier for others, which is important. Because people won't download it if they even suspect it may interfere with some of their other mods. So, we've got that there, we've got some more chairs right there. We need some nicer chairs here, though, not these stools. I do like stools, but I don't really want them for these tables. In fact, they're a bit too high anyway. I'm going to drink that there. But let's see. So, let's just type in... Do I want the Federalist chair? I don't actually know... I don't actually know how to spell Federalist. I don't even know what Federalist means, if I'm completely honest. But we're going to go ahead and try to grab some of those and use them on these tables here. These ones from the memory den. So, let's go. I typed in stool and found it earlier, didn't I? Even though it's not a stool. That is the stool, though. NPC Diner sit. Is that what I want? No, that is the other stool. Institute sit. House ruin sit. That's just another stool. That's a nice stool, actually. It's not as nice as the one I got. These ones are a bit more padded. But, let's see. I think it was this one. Nope, same one again. Because I dragged it in accidentally, didn't I? The one I wanted. Is it this one? That one's a little too tall, that chair, isn't it? A stool might be better then. Now, think about it. Because the chairs are just a bit too big. And if the chairs are a bit too big, then... Gosh darn it. Oh, but then again... We've got to think about the design of the place, don't we? We've got to think of the design of the place. Stools are good for bars and stuff like that, but if you're at a table like this, you probably want to lean back. You know, you want to chill. So let's find an actual chair. Find an actual chair we like. There is one I have in mind, but nah, I don't know if I'll find it or not. You know, there's so many chairs in the damn game. It's like Sims 4 with all their chair DLC. Alright, what else are people saying, though? Let's go ahead and have a look. Kiloton06 says, can you expand Sanctuary Hills, or did you already do that? I've never expanded it, but I have done builds at Sanctuary Hills. It's a pretty big place anyway. Sanctuary Hills is like 8 cells. Did you know that? Sanctuary Hills is huge. It's way bigger than most of the cells that you find in the base game. We could go ahead and have airplane seats. Because we do actually have a couple plane parts on the exterior of the building. So having some plane chairs might actually be quite cool. But these are all double chairs though. Oh, that's because it's an airplane couch. That's why. It's not an airplane chair. It's an airplane couch. NPC chair vault. I don't want a vault one. Theatre. What's the theatre one look like? That's good, but since it's a theatre chair, it's only got one side of it, and so that's no good for us right now. If we were building chairs in a row, that could work, but not right now. And NPC player house. What about this one? Is this just the blue one? That's a couch. Lounge. That's not going to be it, is it? Modern domestic. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. See what's up. Those are nice. Those are quite nice. I'd put Maria in there. And how's it look with this? Yep, that's kind of a good height as well. So, you know, people can kind of lean back and chill, you know? You often get those in, like, Weatherspoons and stuff like that, you know? Kind of more chairs which you can lean back on. And I'm only getting audio in, like... Yeah, I think my earphones are breaking as well, because the audio in this ear is starting to break. That sucks. Is what it is. I've had lots of stuff breaking today, haven't I? As I said, nearly blew up the computer. Earphone not working now. What next? Do we have different colours of these? I think get some different colours. Like, the white is okay, but I'd like to have variations and stuff, you know? I'd like to have a couple different colour chairs if possible. What else do people say? The Satire Gaming says, I want to do some stuff for the creation kit, but I don't know what to do on it. What I'd say is just try to do something which is quite simple, that you think you would quite like, that you can't do in, say, the settlement mode. Like, some of the first things I did in the creation kit were just, like, kind of expanding, like, settlement build areas and stuff like that. Or, one thing I did do quite a lot was making places look modern by doing texture swaps of all the stuff. In fact, you might even be able to do a texture swap on this. Yeah, see, so if I right-click this floor, I can go ahead and make this completely clean if I want to. I don't think I really want to with this. I kind of like the colour of it. But that's stuff I did. You know, I was able to go ahead and change the materials of a lot of items. And, you know, there's no external mods or anything like that. You just right-click, go into extra, and choose the material you want. So stuff like that is pretty good to do. And anything else going on in the chat? Jack Vickery says, go to BIE. See you next time on Building a Bar. Name it the Atomic Pint. That's a cool name for the bar, the Atomic Pint. That is quite a cool name. We still don't really have a proper name for this place. What are these chairs called? These chairs might be better. These I don't think are actual chairs you can sit on, but there should be a variation where you can go ahead and sit on it. I'm going to try unplugging my headphones. Oh, now they work. Now they work. That was really annoying me. Okay, so remember, people, remember. These streams are entirely ad-free. These streams are entirely ad-free, so therefore we have the donations open. We have the donations open for these streams because we don't want people like Google and stuff like that interrupting our streams. You know, we want to be able to go ahead and just do these streams completely uninterrupted. So therefore we have several ways to go ahead and donate to the channel open should you want to. We have the PayPal open, which is the first link in the description. And we also have the Super Chat, which is the little dollar symbol on the chat box. So you can go ahead and donate those ways. Or if you really want to, you can go and support the Patreon. And remember, guys, remember, every $5 and above Patreon or YouTube sponsors will get a place in this mod. We will be naming NPCs after you if you want to go ahead and become a YouTube sponsor or a $5 and up Patreon. So please consider going ahead and doing that if you really want to go and support the channel. It helps me keep going, and it means that, say if there's another adpocalypse, for example, I can keep making content. Because I nearly ended up stopping doing the adpocalypse, I'm not going to lie. I nearly ended up stopping, or at least slowing down. Anyway, so yeah, please consider going ahead and supporting the channel that way if you want to. So thank you very much. Okay, so let's go ahead and line this up. Do I like this one or this one? Which do you think, guys? Which do you prefer? Which do you prefer? Where you've got these white ones here, and we've got these kind of wooden ones here. The wooden ones do kind of fit the rest of the aesthetic. But then again, these white ones look really nice and really comfortable, and I really like the look of them. So what do you think, guys? What do you think? I do need to go ahead and raise these up very slightly. I noticed part of the material is glitching into the wooden floor. Just slightly. Just slightly. Alright, so is that floating now? Oh, that's floating now, though. It might just be like an optical illusion. Because, yeah, you see, it looks like there's like tiny little bits right here kind of glitching through. Unless, of course, you know, we can go ahead and adjust it by micro elements. Adjust it by 0.1 of a unit. There we go. That's much better. Now it's not glitching into the floor. So, you know, just take a little bit of extra time to look at the problem and you might find a solution that works, you know? And paste that in for that one as well. There we go. So now they're not glitching into the floor anymore. Sean Roberts is here saying hello. Hello there, Sean. Long time no see. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Excellent stuff to see you. Nice, buddy. So, we've got that there. I think we need to go ahead and maybe get some kind of... Again, I wanted like diner stools, didn't I? I wanted diner stools. So let's actually go into the diner set. Okay, so diner. I believe you've got some which have kind of stools already integrated into the tables. If not, I'll have to add them afterwards. I think it's this one. Yeah, this is what I want. These things right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and drag it in here. There we go, these are good. So, do we want it that way or that way? I think it's meant to be that way. So you don't have a little post here, you know, the post is against the wall. I think that's what you're meant to do with them. Put that there. Oh, lots of people saying. Gabriel says, I'm confused. Blue haze going on. Blue haze? Maybe you should go ahead and like refresh the stream or something if something's going a bit wrong. Hopefully we can go ahead and get things a bit better. And Sean Roberts says, doing good. Been a while. And you've always been streaming at the same time I'm at work. I'm sorry about that, buddy. As I said, I wanted to kind of tone down the streams for this build. I wanted to do much more of this build in my own spare time. And the reason that is because I want it done before 76 comes out. But the simple fact of the matter is I am really, really busy with other stuff over the next week and a half or 2 weeks. You know, non-YouTube stuff. And it means I've only got like maybe 2-3 hours with my computer every day for the next 2 weeks or so. So therefore, we're streaming some more of the build here. And hopefully we can go ahead and make lots of progress today. As I said, I want to go ahead and try to get a lot of the furniture in. probably don't want that stool there now, do we? Go ahead and have one stool there. Just one. And can we get one there? Not realistically, no. It'll make it a bit difficult to go up and down the stairs. You know what I mean? And Andy G9000 says, turn back now. Oh, what an unusual thing to say. Sounds like it's being Gandalf or something like that. Fly, you fools. And Haggle Rover says, final render. Can you check my work in progress entry overhaul mod? I asked on Twitter a few weeks ago, remember? I'll check it out at some point if I see the link and stuff like that. I'll check it out at some point like that. However, one thing I'm going to say, though, is please don't put links in the chat, okay? Please don't do that. But I'll check it out at some point if I get a link at some point on the Twitter or something like that, okay? Okay. So, that's most of the kind of seating I want, really. Now, we've got a nice bit of seating, and remember, this place doesn't need to be cram-packed. You know, it doesn't need to be absolutely full. So I think that's kind of enough seating in this place. So how about we go ahead and repair this floor here so we don't see those stool legs poking out of the bottom. Can we even do it? We should just be able to do it. And then we can go ahead and run around in-game and take a look, see what it's like and stuff. Alright. What else are people saying there? Black Widow says, make the counters pre-war, so it's looking like they've been cleaned. Tell you the truth, these actually aren't that bad, unless you mean these ones. I don't know if you've got... Oh, I accidentally deleted that. I don't know if you've got clean versions of these. I don't want to go ahead and... make these have external textures and stuff like that. And no, there actually isn't a clean variation of these, so we're not going to do that, unfortunately. I like the idea, but I don't want to have any external assets. You know, I want to be able to have everybody be able to download this, whether if you're on PlayStation, Xbox, anything like that. And that includes DLC as well. I don't want any DLC dependencies either. Because whilst it's true, many people, you know, have all the DLC and stuff like that, some people don't. You know, some people are young and maybe don't have access to their own bank account to buy DLC and stuff. Sometimes people just don't want to pay for DLC. You know, they might just be happy with the base game, but they might still want the mod. I'm gonna go ahead and have these white ones. I like the white ones. The white ones look good. So, gonna put these by this chair as well. Have that there. And we'll have 4 around this table. We'll have 4. I have a couple more people sitting down. So yeah, lots of places for NPCs to sit once we add some. We'll be going ahead and making NPCs pretty much when all the interiors are done. You know, we've got to finish this bar. Then we've got to do the Church of Atom next door. That actually won't take us long, I don't think, as this one. And then once that's done, we're just going to make the NPCs and stuff. And then the mod is done. We've got a huge gap here. How did I not notice that? Is there a reason there's a gap there? No, there's just a gap there. Let's go ahead and fix that gap right there. Plug it up right there. And pop that back a bit. There we go. So this entire place is made entirely out of individual pieces of metal. Individual squares of metal. The reason for that is that it means that we don't have any kind of similar shapes and sizes and looks of rooms that you've seen already in the base game. Everything in this city, in this expansion pack, is made manually by hand, so it always looks refreshing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and jump in game now so we can walk around the bar, see if it flows, see if we can actually walk around on the catwalk. That's something I'm curious about because there is less space now. And see what is up. What else are people saying though? Blue says, like the mod DLC size Miami. What are you talking about? I'm going to scroll up a little bit here. Oh, and also Ben Appleby says, will this be available on Xbox? Yes, it will be available on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. And as I said, no mod dependencies and no DLC dependencies. If you have Fallout 4, you can use it. And that's the way I want it, really. I used to go ahead and say, you need all DLCs for this mod because herp herp. But no, I don't do that anymore. I'm like, let's try to make it without all the DLCs. That way more people might download it. You know what I mean? Andy G9000 says, make Fallout Shelter videos. I made some Fallout Shelter videos when it came out on the PC, but it didn't go down very well. I think it's one of those games which is more fun to play than to watch, you know? And also there's a lot of waiting around and stuff like that. And Blue the Raptor Clever Girl says, nice background. Did you like that, did you? Yeah, I played a lot of Jurassic World Evolution. I haven't played it in the longest time because I kind of did it all. You know, I got all the dinosaurs, I 5-starred all the islands and stuff like that. And it was good, you know, I waited for that game for 12 years, something like that. And we even played some Operation Genesis on the channel a few weeks before Jurassic World Evolution came out, because I was so hyped about it. But as I said, you know, I've kind of done it all now. And where are we? Oh yeah, our characters are in Nuka World, aren't they? Last time we streamed, we just kind of did like a general gameplay stream. So we're actually in Nuka World right now. We'll have to go and travel back to the Commonwealth so we can make it into our cell. Alex Patel says, I thought it would have all sorts of external assets. No, it doesn't. I might go ahead and technically have some external assets for the PC and the Xbox version. Because there's a really good way to optimize mods called making previses, which is when you kind of group all static items together in one chunk so it loads it at one time rather than loading every object individually. So it's a way to save performance. However, it means downloading a little bit more size. You know, it will probably make it like, I don't know, like 300 megabytes for download or something like that. So I might do that just to go ahead and save on performance, but I obviously won't be able to do that on the PlayStation 4. I have no idea how I'm going to optimize this to the PlayStation 4. I have no idea. I'm going to try. I'm going to do my best. But it might just be the case that it's slow on the PS4. You know, that's all I can say, you know, because unless, you know, Sony gave us external asset support, there's not much we can do about it. It is what it is. And Killatron06 says, Render, can you do You Shall Not Pass, please? What am I, some kind of performing monkey? I don't know. You shall not pass! Bang! That's me smashing the walkway and the Balrog falling down into the hole, you know, in Moria. Hope you liked that. Okay. So yeah, are we in Nuka World? Yes, indeed. We are in Nuka World. Okay, so snazzy stuff. Alright, so let's not go ahead and travel and stuff like that. You know, let's just COC our way. So, what do we need to do then? So, what's the name of the oh, I don't know. I'll just type it this one. Okay, so help bar 4. This should give us the CLC command. Scroll through the console commands here. So who's going to be our first donator today? That's what I want to know. We haven't had any donations today, and we'll be streaming for about 40 minutes or so. It's not even giving me the thing because the list is so big. Okay, let's type in Help Upper City. I think that's the name of the bar. Upper City Bar or something like that. This should give us the name of the cell. Player Home Diamond City Upper City Deluxe Penthouse Suite. That will take us there anyway. Okay, so COC Player Home Diamond Upper City. There we go. Alright, so this is actually taking us to the player home. We're actually going to the player home right now, so we can then make it to the bar. I've decided, because obviously the bar is connected to the player home, I'm thinking I'm going to go ahead and connect them together with an elevator. I think that would be a nice way to do it. And also, there isn't a way I can realistically, feasibly make it work any other way, really. Where am I? Oh, I was stuck in the wall. Hey, monkey. That's just this channel. It's just a monkey with a symbol. That's all this channel is. Okay, so this was going to be the door, but as I said, I might replace that with an elevator. But let's go to here. This should teleport us to the bottom of Diamond City, because I haven't... Oh no, this door does work, doesn't it? This door works fine. What else are people saying, though? Haggle Robert says, Gabriel, you can do that with the base game plus DLC, create a factory and stuff like that. What is Gabriel asking for? Gabriel Velociraptor says, I want a mod on Fallout. That is a good start. Where you can start your own company. Yeah, the Contraptions DLC kind of does that. You know, you can go ahead and make your own produce and you can sell them and stuff like that. In fact, since you can build your own shops in your own settlements, you can sell your own produce you build in a settlement to the same settlement for caps. Kind of a nice way to go ahead and make lots of money. Alright, so it is raining. That's lovely. Oh, lovely. Okay, so welcome to the Lagtastic mod. As I said, no optimization has been done yet. But I need to go to down here. Here we go. This is part of the bar that we are making. And let's head on inside. I think this door works from this side anyway. Need to flip it around, of course. So this should load up the bar. Indeed it does. Hey, there we go. Those doors do look tiny, but they do work. Okay, so got plenty of room to walk around. Yeah, it feels quite nice and cozy in here. I was worried it would feel too big, but no, it feels nice and cozy, actually, this does, doesn't it? What are these chairs like? Yep, chairs work no problem. I actually do have a custom sitting animation, so my player's leg actually goes into the chair, but the default body shouldn't do that. Yeah, so these chairs work. I also need to go ahead and, do these work? Oh, maybe not. That's very unusual. What about this one then? Yeah, the character's not sitting down. I wonder why that is. Never seen that before. Maybe it is meant to be the other way then. Maybe that's why it's not working. What about this stool here? Yep, that stool works just fine. A lot of building mods is definitely about just testing stuff. Yeah, looks kind of cool, doesn't it? Looks kind of cool. And I love the God rays coming through the top windows and stuff like that. They don't come through every window, only the ones on the top because that's where the sun is. And I do need to go ahead and replace just 2 more windows, actually. Just 2 more, and then we can go ahead and have all the windows fixed as well. Is that one working? Yeah, that one's working. These windows also have a day and night cycle, actually. So set game hour to... what time? Well, it's not 11, is it? It's going to be like 11 at night. So yeah, as you can see, they actually do have like a day and night cycle. It does go ahead and change the color depending on what day it is. So, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. How about we go ahead and add some decorations and stuff like that. Again, as I said, I don't want to be fixing problems this stream. You know, these stools don't work. I'll flip them around, and if they work, they work. If they don't, then I'll work it out another time. Because I don't get much time to go ahead and do modding for the next 2 weeks. So let's go ahead and just add some more significant stuff. What else are people saying though? Ethan Rosson says, is this something we will be able to download as a mod? Yes, we are building all of this in the creation kit, which is primarily the main mod building software. So yes, it'll definitely be available for you to download. That is definitely the intention. Ben Appleby says, I'm still not really convinced by draped tables. You see, the reason I like the draped tables is because it doesn't look very nice, but it looks like they've made an effort. You know, it's kind of like, it's not a perfect bar, but at least they're trying, you know. They're putting like bare minimum effort to go ahead and make it look nice. And I quite like that. You know, it feels very Fallout that, you know, some people are really trying to go ahead and make it work. But we'll maybe take a look at some other examples. Maybe look at some other tables. And if we prefer the newer tables, we'll go with those. There are some nice wooden ones I do have in mind as well. Jennifer Montgomery says, the game prevents the player character from sitting down in a chair if the back is too close to a wall. It might be that. Again, you know, we'll adjust the position slightly. We'll rotate them as well, just to see what's up. Gabriel Velociraptor says, wait, you got Discord? Indeed we do, my friend. We have a Discord link in the description. You can go ahead and join the Final Render Discord and start chatting away with people. Start chatting away with all the other renderlings in the community. And Black Widow says, make a county clean. There's a vanilla texture in the game. I don't think there is, but we'll have another look. We'll have another look. I do know that I dragged in a table and kind of chair combo, but maybe if you do it individually, you can get a clean option. So we'll try that. And later the Fallout is here saying, 65 people watching and 28 likes. Make sure you hit that like button. You're goddamn right, late to the Fallout. Make sure you hit the like button if you are enjoying the stream. Helps bring in people in. And yeah, so 65 people watching and only 28 likes. Well, what's going on, people? It should be 100 people watching and 100 likes. But of course, you know, it is what it is. Not as many people enjoy watching the mod building stuff. Well, no, I think they do. But I think that they just don't necessarily want to see every single one. Because this is, what, part 42 now? It is what it is. It is what it is. But we should be done fairly soon, really. As I said, once this bar is finished, we've got to do the Church of Atom. And then that's all the interiors done. And then once the interiors are done, we just got to do NPCs. And I've never really made NPCs before. I've dragged in NPCs and stuff like that. But I haven't actually gone ahead and made my own custom NPCs before. I've never made a vendor. You know, we do have shops in the in this mod. I've never done that. So that is something I'll have to go ahead and learn. I do think I've seen 1 or 2 tutorials, but I've never actually tried it. Alrighty, so, oh man. Do you know what's really worse? about having the fan heat in the back of the computer, or cool in the back of the computer, is that I hear the fan, but I want it on my face. Just on my face, please, fan, on my face. But unfortunately, I need it for the back of the computer right now. Fun Dharma says, final render. Can you make your costume of 111 into 76? Can I make my costume of 111 into 76? I think there's a few mods which already do that. I think there's a couple that I know. I've definitely downloaded some. In fact, I downloaded 2. But yeah, there are already mods which go ahead and add, you know, kind of jumpsuits for 76. Eleonora is the one I got. You know, some of her mods. Yeah, let's take a look at these then. Because I honestly don't think there is a clean variation. But we'll have another look. We'll have another look. Because I might be wrong. You know, I am wrong sometimes. Believe it or not. Okay, so bench diner, was it? Not dinner, diner. So we've got the single booth one here. Yeah, see, those are just the chairs. And do we have... I presume we do have just for table, right? Let's grab one of the chairs now. And let's just type in diner now. Even if this doesn't go ahead and give us a clean version, it will still go ahead and hopefully fix the issue with people not being able to sit down. Alright, so it's obviously not a bit of furniture, is it? It's a bit static. We'll go ahead and adjust it here so we can see all the static stuff. Diner in... Not that one. Diner interior table, I believe it is. Yeah, that's what we want. Diner interior table 1. So is there a clean variant? Place your bets. Is there a clean variant? No, there is not. So no, we can't go ahead and clean these tables without external assets. That is what it is. Okay, but we will go ahead and try to make our own sets of these anyway. Just in case it kind of fixes some of the issues with not being able to sit down and stuff like that. I'm going to put the markers on like that as well. And drag that back just a tad. And flip it around. Throw your hand down, flip it and reverse it. And another table, please, Bob. Yep, that's looking good. So these are made out of individual elements now. Might even be able to make it a bit tighter, you know? No, that is about right, isn't it? I was thinking, are they glitching into each other a little bit? But no, they look okay. So let's try that. I suppose the real question is, with the glitching stuff, I think these markers here, you know, these yellow ones and these blue ones, I think that indicates where the player needs to be if they want to use it. So yeah, it might have just been the case that it was the wrong way round. And I'll know if I'm correct if these ones work just fine. And do we really want another one? Yeah, we'll have one more. We will have one more. I was thinking, would it be nicer to have a bit more space on the side? But no. I think we want... Oh my giddy aunts. Ice Hunter has donated $10 saying, what kind of guys have the least stamina in bed? The Minutemen. Ow! Got him! Everyone go ahead and chant in the chat. Ice Hunter! Ice... Oh, oh, Ice Hunter, you're choking me. Everyone go ahead and chant, Ice Hunter, Ice Hunter, Ice Hunter. Everyone go ahead and chant Ice Hunter in the chat for donating $10 via Super Chat. Thanks very much, Ice Hunter, and very funny joke. There's a good one. There's not really many Fallout jokes, are there? Not really. Except Fallout New Vegas. Oh! I'm joking, of course. I'm joking. It's a very good game. Alright, so. How's that looking, then? They're not glitching into the walls or anything like that. No, they're not glitching into the walls. And hopefully the player can sit on them now. But anyways, that's that there. And we said we wanted to look at some other tables. Again, we'll do that a bit later. We'll do that a bit later because I want to go ahead and get some more substantial decorations. What I really want to do, I want to go ahead and get the art decorations with the lamps that we built in the player home. I want to use them in here. Because as you know, in the I want to say it was either in the Contraptions DLC or maybe in the Wasteland Workshop DLC. They added those posters which had the lamps on top of them. And I want the same thing in this mod, but I obviously don't want to use external assets. I don't want to use DLC assets either. So we just made our own. It was very easy to do. Let's go ahead and find one here. Here we go. We just made our own. And it works well. So it is 1 part chalkboard. Oh, it's already grouped. Never mind. It's 1 part chalkboard, 1 part poster, 1 part light source. There you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and head back now. Where's my cell view? Here we go. Recent cells. Diamond City upper bar. Here we go. See, it just loads. It just loads. It's fantastic. Unlike the main city exterior, which takes forever to go ahead and load. And what we're going to do, we're just going to go ahead and pop these on the walls. Pop them on the walls. And we can go ahead and change the poster if we want to as well. So let's give it a rotate. And try not to make it go ahead and glitch into the wall just like that. And its center is slightly offset, which isn't making it easy. There we go, just like that. Is that right? It's not quite right actually, now I'm looking at it. We need to raise it up a tad, just like that. There we go. So now in theory, I can place these around several places. And then I can ungroup them and I can change the poster to a different material. So let's just go ahead and kind of spam these around. You know, spam these around. I'll just put one right there. Not only that, but it'll also add some light to the place, which of course is always nice. And move them a bit down and stuff like that. One problem though, with going ahead and having the buildings be unique individual pieces of metal, is that means we don't actually have a flat wall. So putting things on the walls can be a bit tedious sometimes. So I've just had to adjust that quite a bit in order to get that poster in there. But it works well. Ooh. Fits like a nun's glove, that does. Excellent. Throw those in there. And I think I'll definitely want some behind the bar. I want to have lots of posters in here. I definitely want this to be similar to the outside with like billboards and stuff like that. Kind of get the same impression as the outside. So we'll be throwing lots of them in here. I still have no idea what I'm going to do about the refrigerator. No idea where that's going to go. Or maybe we just won't have one. Maybe all the beer will be warm. Warm Nuka-Cola. That's not what you want. But hey, it's the apocalypse. What can I say? Pop that just like that. And maybe adjust this one just slightly like that. Cool. Alright, we still got our dartboard here, which has got the synth head in it. Little robotic synth head in there. We're going to have to go ahead and stick some knives into that board, so that it looks like people have been using throwing knives against the synth head instead of playing darts, which was a cool idea that people had in the chat last time. If you guys have any really cool ideas, let me know. It'll be great. There we go. And Black Widow says, fix the counter with the open sign. What's wrong with it? I don't mean to be rude. I mean, like, what do you want to see improved? Because I think it's okay. I don't think it's broken. Is it? Is it, like, not lined up or anything? Because we spent ages trying to line it up properly. I think it is lined up. Or if you just mean make it clean. I don't really want to make it clean. This city is meant to be quite rough. It's tidy. It's a tidy city, but it's still scrappy. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be too perfect. I know I've done lots of mods where everything is perfect, but I don't want that to be the case with this one. Since I moved that one back, I need to adjust it to the side now, don't I? Okay, go ahead and put some probably on the upper level now. Are we doing too many? We might be doing too many. Let's go ahead and remove some of these. I'm just looking at that now thinking that is a lot of posters, you know. Might be a bit too many posters. Go ahead and like maybe have one in the middle. Just one. Not have like two. How's that looking? Yep, that's good. I will go ahead and adjust some of these now, shall we? Could we have a landscape one? Big old landscape one. That might be cool. Let's see if we can do something like that as well. And Blahino Congo says, will the added NPCs of the city be voiced? No, they will not be voiced. Well, technically they will have voices, but it won't be custom voices, you know, because all the characters do have their own voices. They're just not custom voices. So you'll be able to say hello to them and stuff like that, but they won't actually have their own dialogue. I believe with the vendors, they kind of have like a set of dialogue to everything they say. So they'll say something like, looking to trade? Let's see what you got, or something like that. You know, they all kind of say the same generic things and stuff like that. And Black Widow says, yeah, but it would be cleaned every day. Well, it's a clean surface, it's just not painted. You know what I mean? It's just old. It's just an old surface. I understand what you're saying, but there is a certain aesthetic I want to go for this place, which is in keeping with Fallout, you know? I've done plenty of things where everything is clean. This is not one of them. Oh, I also really wanted to go ahead and have this candle thing, didn't I? But it took forever to go ahead and get it to work. Because I've got to go ahead and put a candle in every one of these things, with a light source as well. So, is that even touching the wall? That ain't even touching the wall. Look at that, goddammit. See, your mind can play tricks on you in the creation kit. You line it up and you think, that's good. Look at it at a different angle. No, wait, that ain't lined up. And put that there. Yeah, that's looking alright. It might be a little bit stuck into the wall, actually. There you go. Because there was like a little gap right there in the poster. There you go. Now that should be lined up quite nicely. Put it across there. Now drag that one there. Even better. Perfect. Perfect. And Dreadful D says, thank you for streaming. Thank you very much for tuning in, buddy. As I said, I'm not going to be at my computer much for the next 2 weeks. I've only got like maybe 2 hours or so a day at my computer for the next week and a half or 2 weeks. So we are going to be streaming quite a bit during that time. I'm not saying I won't do edited videos. I'm just saying that when we are streaming, we will be streaming this. You know, we will be streaming Fallout, or even just playing the game. We could definitely go ahead and do some more of that. But yeah, let's see if we can go ahead and change some of these things now then. So let's go ahead and ungroup these. Yep, ungroup it just like that. And now we can select the poster and choose a poster. There we go, we've got one for the bowling alley right there. It doesn't really matter if they're not really relevant, I don't think. I think they would just get it because it looks cool. So we'll just have as many of them as possible. Ooh, a jukebox. That's a good point. We really need a jukebox down here. Where are we going to put the jukebox? We can put it over there, or over here actually would probably be a good spot. Go and grab a jukebox. Jukebox 01. There we go. Right there. So does this work? Does the jukebox work? I presume it works. You know, playing some of that Atom Bomb, baby. Atom Bomb, baby. I'll have a soul. Yeah, that's kind of good. Move it a bit like that, just so the player can get to it a bit easier. The only thing I don't like about these jukeboxes, though, is that they're friggin' huge. They're absolutely friggin' huge. Massive. So it means you can't put them directly against the wall. Ben Appleby says, would you play a Fallout 76 Battle Royale mode if such a mode were made available? Do you think Bethesda could make it fun? I don't want a Battle Royale mode in it. If I'm honest, people, Battle Royale is starting to go away. It really is. Like, sure, Fortnite is still pretty darn popular, but Battlegrounds isn't as popular anymore. And in the last week or so, there's been maybe 3 Battle Royale games come out. All of them are bombed. Every single one of them has bombed. Like, one was called Island of Nye. That's been slammed by critics. The Cullen 2 has actually been removed from stores now. And I think there was another one as well, but I can't remember the name of it. Oh, I'm sure there's probably hundreds that people haven't heard of. But yeah, honestly, I do think Battle Royale is dying. And here's the thing. Fortnite is the only thing keeping the Battle Royale genre going. And since it's more of a craze, it will just vanish immediately. It will. It will be Fortnite is popular. Next day, gone. It will literally be that simple. Unless maybe they innovate the platform in some way. Because right now it's popular with the kids, isn't it? You know, it's Fortnite right now is... It's a loom band. It's Yu-Gi-Oh cards. It's a fidget spinner. It's what's popular right now. But as soon as the kids get bored of it for whatever reason, it's just going to vanish. And I think Battle Royale is not going to be anywhere near as popular as it is now in the next 6 months. I honestly think that. You know, I think what might actually kill Battle Royale might actually be Black Ops. It might actually be Black Ops 3. And of course, isn't Battlefield 5? Is it Battlefield 5? Yeah, Battlefield... It's called Battlefield 5, isn't it? The World War II one, yeah. That's also got a Battle Royale mode. I think everyone's just kind of going to be like, really? More? And kind of be done with it, you know? So yeah, I did want to fix this, didn't I? Let's go ahead and do this properly now. Let's go ahead and set this kind of skirting board, skirting rail kind of thing, as our snappable reference. So every time we go ahead and extend it, it will snap to this floor rather than everything else, you know? Black Widow says, make a Mr. Pebbles poster. I'm trying to think, which one is the Mr. Pebbles? Oh, that's the cat. Is that the cat with the astronaut suit? Yeah, I'm sure we can go ahead and throw one of them in there. I'm sure we could throw one of those in there, no problem. Killatron says, ooh, who lives in a basement under Sanctuary Hills? Oh, in the style of SpongeBob SquarePants. Who lives in a basement under Sanctuary Hills? Preston Garvey. Oh, where's my cringe alarm for that? Where's my cringe alarm? There we go. I'll throw that right there. Oh, fun. How's that loaded a video, has it? Okay. Why is this taking so long? Apply. Apply, Creation Kit. Avashi I Silver, apply. Oh, for God's sake, it ain't applying. Hopefully it worked. Hopefully it applied. Move that just like that. Okay, so let's turn the angle snapping on. There we go. See? Since we went ahead and did that with the apply thing, we can just drag it across like that. And it just works perfectly. You know, we don't have to adjust it by like 1 point or 1 degree, so to speak. It kind of snaps into the exact position it needs to be. The stools are still very slightly poking through. So we'll go ahead and move it up by like 0.1 of a unit or something like that, you know. I still don't know what the Bethesda units are. Is like 0.1 of a Bethesda unit a centimeter? Is it an inch? I don't know what it is. I think technically it's meant to be like 1 square. You know, the squares in the settlement mode, for example. I think they're meant to be like 1 meter square each. Maybe 1.5 meters square. Something like that. I'm not 100% certain what the actual scale of all the flooring and stuff is. Because it's hard to tell with references. The VR made that a bit easier, I suppose. You kind of get like a reference stuff with the VR. Ah, but this one doesn't actually fit. Gosh darn it. So what we're going to have to do, we're going to have to grab a quarter-sized one. I believe I have a quarter-sized one right here. Hand me your smallest quarter, sir. My gosh. And now. This isn't a quarter one, that's a full one. God damn it. Alright, so what's it called then? Actually, no, now I think about it. We don't even need to do that, do we? We can have a glitch into the wall on the other side. Not a problem. Go ahead and pop that right there. And a little bit that way. Sweet. So now we should be able to do it that way. There we go. That's looking alright. We do have that texture error now, though. So we're going to have to adjust it by 0.001 again, just to remove the texture error. Because right now, a problem we've got, as you can see, we have like 2 bits of flooring in the same spot. So the game doesn't actually know which one to render. So every time you move... Oh my gosh, what was that right there? We have got Red Killer 37 inches subscribed. Thank you very much, Red Killer. That's very, very kind of you. So the problem is that since it doesn't know which one to render, we kind of get this flickering glitch error. And this isn't just in Fallout. You see this in games quite a lot. Well, now I've pointed it out, you'll see it a lot. So let's just go ahead and adjust it by like 0.1 on the Z. Such a small difference, you know. We moved it like 0.5 millimeter up. But now we don't have that texture bug anymore. But yeah, you'll see it all the time in games now, you know. Just tiny little flickerings of textures and stuff like that. Okay, I'm glad that's fixed. I'm glad that's fixed. What else are people saying, though? Let's go ahead and read some of this chat right here. Ben Appleby said, is there any way to make the bartender a Mr. Handy? Someone suggested making a Protectron one. And as I said, I still haven't really looked into how to do it. But I'm pretty certain there is. I'm pretty certain there is a way to do it. I just haven't actually looked up how to actually make any of the NPCs. As I said, I'll have to go ahead and watch some tutorials on how to actually do it. But once I know, then it'll be pretty easy. Making the guards and stuff will be quite easy. Because they're just about make a duplicate of the guard, change the name to a YouTube sponsor. Or a Patreon member, of course. And then that'll be that. Speaking of which, if you want to go ahead and support the Final Render Patreon, you can find the link in the description. Or you can go ahead and sponsor the YouTube channel. If you go ahead and support the Patreon and donate $5 a month, or you become a YouTube sponsor, then you will go ahead and have an NPC named after you in this mod. Let's see if we can find this Mr. Pebbles poster. Is it just called Mr. Pebbles, or is it just a general poster? It's probably just a generic poster. We'll have to find what it actually is. So yeah, please consider going ahead and supporting the Patreon for $5 a month, or becoming a YouTube sponsor, so we can go ahead and have lots of NPCs named after you guys. And they are actually starting to roll out a lot more features for the sponsors pretty soon. They're starting to roll out special community chats so that I can give special messages to Patreon members. And they're also starting to roll out the ability for people to go ahead and use the custom emotes in the actual comment section of YouTube, which is fantastic. That's exactly what I wanted. It's not here yet, but it's coming. It's coming. So yeah, where would it be? It's not Goat Poster, is it? And it's not called Mr. Pebbles. So I don't actually know where it would be. Poster TV. What's that one? I don't even know what it is. Radiation King. Oh yeah, that's the brand of the televisions, isn't it? Well, we'll go ahead and have that in there anyway. You know, we haven't seen this one yet. And so I'll ungroup this, ungroup that. Delete that poster. So as you can see, it's just a chalkboard. Just like a regular chalkboard that you'd find in, say, the school cells. And then we just go ahead and pop a poster on it. Along with a lamp on the top. And the lamp actually does emit light as well, as you can see. So it does illuminate the sign. Oh, the lighting in here is actually pretty darn nice, isn't it? It's pretty darn snazzy, Gromit. Turn off the snap in here. So these posters are slightly too big. Slightly too big. So we just shrink them down just a tiny bit to get them to fit in the chalkboard. It doesn't matter if it glitches into the edge just a little bit, because it's just dead space on the edge, isn't it? Dead space on the edge of that poster. Good game as well, by the way. Dead Space. At least the first and second. Didn't play the third. Never tried it. Okay, okay. So what else are people saying, though? Blue says, Buddy, the beer bot is a good idea because he hands out beers to you. I like the idea, but I don't know if that would interfere with the quest or not. I don't want it to interfere with the quest to go and find him, you know. So if you've got a quest to go find him, and you just come here, then that will interfere with the quest. But maybe there'll be a way to do it if I can like make a duplicate or something like that. I'm not really too sure. Kellatron06 says, what if the Brother of Steel commander I forgot the name of is a synth? Not Captain Kells, but the other in the commanding deck. Oh, do you mean, they mean the Grand Master, so to speak, of the Brotherhood of Steel? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so. There is a way to check, though. Did you know, guys, I'm sure many of you guys know, that there is a very easy way to check if anyone in the game is a synth. And that is simply to kill them. And if you kill them, and they drop a synth component, they are a synth. One idea we had with this mod, which I really like the idea of, and I definitely think I want to do it, is that we had the idea that everyone who lives on the upper stands is a synth. We like that idea because the whole point of Diamond City is that the one in charge is actually a synth all along. Sorry, spoiler warning. And we really like the idea that all the snobby people, all the snobby rich people, are also all synths. Just because it's like, holy hell, how did the poor people not notice this? You know? And I think that would be really cool. Oh, by the way, Elder Maxon is the name of the guy in the Brothers Steel you're referring to, by the way. Elder Maxon. I nearly said Elder Lions, but no, that's Fallout 3, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, Mr. Pebbles, then. It's not a goat poster, is it? It's not going to be a hospital poster, either. It could be... Unless things like the poster TV have different variants. Because the thing about the creation kit, not everything is labeled. No, poster TV is just its own little thing. Poster Cosmos? That's not it. That's not Mr. Pebbles, is it? So we've got plenty of posters we can choose from. Just not Mr. Pebbles. What would it be called? Would it be called that? Or would it be like Adverts poster? With a different variation. Let's try this. Try Adverts poster. And see if there's any variants. Because I do like Mr. Pebbles. So you see, we've got lots of different variations. In here. What's that one? That's one of the cars, isn't it? That's, what is it? Diesel Fusion. Red Rocket. That's it. Red Rocket is the name of the brand of that. And what about number 3? Boston Bugle. Number 4. Ooh, baseball. Definitely want that, because obviously this is Diamond City, so we definitely want to go ahead and have that. But that's obviously not what we want. We're after that tight kitty cat. So where is he? That's number 7, the baseball one. And that's another Red Rocket one. It's a cool poster, though. See, that's the thing we didn't realise until we actually started doing this mod. There are so many posters that are really rare that we found in the kind of base game and stuff, and it's really, really cool. Sometimes some of these posters you only see in like 1 or 2 places in the game, but we found them, and it's really sweet. Yeah, I do definitely like this one. Where can we put this one? Don't really need to. But let's go ahead and have it instead of the, what's it called? That. Oh, actually, we've got 2 of these ones, haven't we? Go ahead and replace it with this one. Delete that right there. And there it is. Okay, it can be quite hard to go ahead and use some of these posters because they're completely flat and they're see-through. So if you lose it, it can be hard to find it again. But it is still there somewhere. You just got to go ahead and do a little bit of digging. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the size appropriately correct as well on first try. Drop that down. And then bring it to us a little bit. If any of you guys are curious about the creation kit, and you've done a little bit of 3D modeling in the past, you'll feel right at home in the creation kit. A lot of the same kind of controls and feeling, and just the kind of mentality of rotating the camera and stuff like that. It's very similar to what you would do in a 3D modeling software. You know, like 3ds Max or Maya or Blender or something like that. So you should feel right at home. There we go. We've got a baseball poster in here, which is good because it's Diamond City after all. Ice Hunter says, for some reason I can't send a super chat with text, but I can send one without a text. Yes, I know about the limit. Oh. Well, you sent one earlier with a message. I wonder what's up with that. I don't really know. Well, keep trying, buddy. Keep trying. But, because, yeah, you did one earlier. You told us a very funny joke. But, Blue says, hey, Render, I had 2 NPCs that were 100% alike, and the synth one died. So I know something was fishy. Ah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there is one instance where you can be walking around, and you can find 2 people who look exactly the same. One's a synth and one isn't. And you can choose to, you know, like kill the person or kill the synth or just ignore them. You know, it's a very cool moment. It's a very cool moment. I'm liking the look of it. I'm liking the look of it. This bar doesn't need to be that fancy. It doesn't need to be that big. But what I do want it to be is kind of cool looking. So what I would like to do now, before we go ahead and take another look in game quickly, is get this chandelier working. Or should I? Because it's going to take forever and stuff like that. Nah, forget it, forget it, forget it. Let's just go ahead and have a quick look in game again, because I've added lots of new light sources. And it looks okay here, but you can never be too certain until you've added it in game. I also want to go ahead and check these tables and chairs. Check the jukebox, see if that works, you know. But yeah, there's just so much blah, so much plain, you know. I feel as if we need a lot more posters on this side. We haven't got any on this side. So we'll definitely go ahead and add some there as well. Oh, good old Dr. Pepper. Oh, put that against my forehead. As I said, it is really, really hot right here in the UK. Or at least where I am, anyway. And I'm really struggling with the heat. Really struggling. I hate heat. You know, some people love the heat, but not me. I can't stand it. Can't stand it. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to Fallout 4. I've got a few Fallout games installed, including Fallout 3. Now, I was thinking about doing some more playing of that, and I did some the other day. I kind of went for a melee build. It's good fun, actually. If you go ahead and make it 100% melee build, it actually works quite well. And Black Widow again says, Mr. Pebbles. We went looking for Mr. Pebbles, but didn't find it. If we find it, we'll include it. But as of right now, we didn't find it. But as I said, if we find it, we'll use it. Alright, that's that there. Let's go ahead and load up our mod. Here we go. So it won't look too different, but we do want to go ahead and check some stuff. Ben Appleby says, what do you think about having some hotel rooms, one of which being a small customizable player home? Not quite, because one, we're already going to have a fully customizable player home and a pre-made player home, so we've got 2 player homes for you to choose, and also because the bar area, it's the exact size it's meant to be. So I don't really want to go ahead and extend the bar anymore. Because you know sometimes when you download a mod, you look at a building on the outside and it looks pretty small, and then you go in the inside and it's massive. That's actually not the case with this bar. The interior is exactly the right size it's supposed to be, so I don't want to go ahead and tack other stuff onto it, if that makes sense. I want it to go ahead and be the right size. But yes, we actually have 2 player homes in this mod, one of which is already done, one of which will be a settlement one. You know, we can go ahead and build it yourself. Okay, so these benches. Okay, so the benches work now. The benches work now. And we did that. Oh, well, that's weird. But yeah, the benches do work now. You can sit on them. But yeah, she kind of walks into the table. It's not really a problem because you fall out of it straight away. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, and later Fallout says, I think you missed it earlier, but Little Fallout says hi, and that she had a great vacation. Oh, that's excellent. Everyone go and say hello to Little Fallout, everyone. Our youngest fan on the channel. Hello. Thank you very much for the video you did. Little Fallout, reviewing my build. That was very, very nice of you to do. I got 9 out of 10 dabbing unicorns. Thank you very much for doing that. Little Fallout went ahead and reviewed. In fact, actually has reviewed quite a few settlement builds on Fallout 4, including my own, and I got 9 out of 10, so thank you very much for that, Little Fallout. Very kind of you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay, so the stalls work up here as well. Okay, so I'm happy that all works then. What about the jukebox we wanted to check, didn't we? So, I hit activate. But nothing happens. Could this be a settlement item? That might be the case. So if it's a settlement item, it means it needs power. And you can't actually add power in the creation kit. I know that sounds foolish, but you can't. Like, that's something that Bethesda removed. So what we might have to do is replace this with a different jukebox. I know there is another jukebox which is clean, which I think does work. But maybe we can do a texture swap on it or something like that to go ahead and make the clean version look dirty but still function, if that makes sense. Yeah, check out the synth head. Looks kind of cool, doesn't it? You need to go ahead and stick some knives in there so it looks like people have been throwing knives at the synth head, you know, as like a cunning disguise. Yeah, the posters look good though, don't they? You know, I was worried that it would be too much light in here because of it. But no, it still works quite well. Since the place is quite small, it's not small, is it? It's pretty big, actually. Since it's quite big, there's not that many things for the light to bounce off of. So it still means we've got little areas of shadow and stuff like that in places. Yeah. I think it's good. I think it's good. I like it a lot. But if we can go in and put some bigger posters in certain places, that would be really, really good. Maybe put some stuff on the tables and stuff like that as well. And some rugs, goddammit. We need some carpet in here. We need some goddamn carpet. Like a lot of Neanderthals walking around on wood. Huh. Knocking on that wood. There we go. And Ice Hunter says, does not matter what I do, it won't work. I will just send another joke when you do a live stream. Also, I found another joke. Well, remember guys, if Super Chat doesn't work for you, you know, sometimes Super Chat doesn't work in certain countries, you can still go ahead and donate to the Patreon if you really want to. Or you can use the direct link. The first link in the description takes you to a PayPal link. And some people are just more comfortable with PayPal and stuff like that than Google. So, please consider going ahead, using any of those links to go ahead and donate to the channel so we can keep these things going. And remember, we are saving money for a new graphics card to go ahead and play Fallout 76 with. Because right now we've got a 970 in this computer. So, not the best graphics card in the world actually. And we do want to upgrade before 76 comes out. So please consider going ahead and donating so we can go ahead and get that on time. Indeed. As I said, we're planning to go for the 1080. So that we can go ahead and get the 11 gig of video memory. That'll be fantastic. DDR5 as well. Very nice. Later the Fallout says, well, I'm off to edit her newest video. I'll see you later, Render, and bye, everyone. Everyone say goodbye to Late to the Fallout, everyone. And everyone say goodbye to Little Fallout as well. Bye-bye. Have fun with your editing. And remember, Late to the Fallout is actually the moderator on the Final Render Discord, or one of them. So please consider going ahead and also joining the Final Render Discord as well. If you enjoy kind of talking about Fallout and you enjoy this community, the Renderlings, as we call ourselves. So, where is our Diamond City mod? These are obviously all the mods I have, and all the DLCs and stuff. So there's quite a few, to say the least. And you see these ones right here. These ones, all these ones that say CCBF04, those are all the ones from the Creation Club. It's added like 12 things. And those are all things I got to download. Thanks. Okay. It should be, if I buy it, it downloads. It shouldn't be, it downloads it and then you buy it if you want it. Excellent stuff. Okay, so what else are people saying though? Let's go ahead and read some of this. Blahimo Congo says, add the static Deathclaw as a taxidermy. I think we do have the taxidermied head still. I have done the thing with the Deathclaw, making like a kind of don't spam it though, buddy. I can see. I've read your message now. Don't spam it. I see you've put it quite a few times. I have done like a kind of diorama kind of thing before in the Halloween one, the very first Halloween episode of Bird of a Mods. We did have like that exact thing, you know, we had the taxidermy Deathclaw. I don't know if I want to do the full one, but maybe we can go in and get some taxidermy parts, you know, like the hand and stuff like that. I think you can get them in the base game still. You just can't build them in the settlement mode. Right, it is loading the mod now, by the way. It is loading the mod, as you can see by the little blue spinning circle. It just takes time, the creation kit. Even Bethesda themselves said it's very unreliable, the software. Very unreliable. Okay, and seeing as this is loading, how about we go ahead and take a look at the Twitter. We often go ahead and check our Twitter to see who's been going ahead and enjoying the stream. Right here. Okay, so we've got Pfizer Games here saying, come join the fabulous final render and myself later on. I need to renew my sponsorship today. Haha, the final render stallion is carrying on building his luxurious Diamond City bar overhaul thing. Come join the renderlings. Indeed you should, buddy. Everyone go ahead and join the renderlings. And yeah, if you need to renew your sponsorship, go for it, buddy. I'm going to be serious now, guys. If you want to sponsor, there should be a little box saying auto-renew. Please tick that, because we have lost, like, almost half of the YouTube sponsors in the same week because people haven't been hitting that auto box. So they're not sponsored anymore, and they probably don't even realise. Okay, so yeah, there is also the link to your work in progress sanctuary thing. Okay, I'll check that out at some point later, buddy. But thank you very much for that, Bo. Thank you very much for that. And what else is there? Let's scroll down some of the chat right here. And Black Widow says Quantum Deathclaw. Quantum Deathclaw. I think you need Nuka World for that, don't you? If I am thinking of the same thing. And again, we don't want to include any DLC in this. So we're not going to go ahead and include anything that requires Nuka World. Or any DLC for that matter. Right, here we go. Loading up, loading up, loading up. Wind it up! Alrighty, so go ahead and scroll through some of this chat and stuff like that as well. Ben Appleby says, will you be featuring... So it says, will you be featuring in this mod? Perhaps you could be a unique companion. Oh, do you mean, am I going to be in the mod? Am I personally going to be in the mod? Nah, not really. No. As I said, if I was going to do myself as a custom companion, one, that would be a bit weird. I could probably go ahead and make the most manly version of myself possible, though, couldn't I? But no. I would have to include voices for that to do it properly. And again, I don't want any custom assets and stuff in this. But yeah, final render. Custom companion. With all my amazing witticisms. Oh god, I can't think of anything worse. I can't think of anything worse. 2 of me? One's bad enough. Okay, so jukebox. Let's try to fix this then. So yeah, we got the jukebox one there. Oh, that's the jukebox workshop. That's the workshop one. We'll replace it with this one for now then. The one which is clean. It's not the end of the world if it's clean. I just would have preferred the dirtier one. And if this one works and plays music, I assume they're all meant to play music, right? I think they're meant to. Worst case scenario, what we could do, we could go ahead and just turn it into a radio, or get a radio and turn it into the jukebox. We could do that. You know, do an item swap over so that it plays the radio. If it doesn't work, that is. This one might work just fine. Who knows? If it works, it works. If not, never mind. So that was one thing we needed to fix. And we wanted big posters on the back, didn't we? Ooh. I'm going to leave the posters on this wall for a second, actually. Because I remember there's meant to be windows in here. And I haven't put the windows in there yet. That's why it looks so empty. So yeah, won't do that for now. I suppose what else can we do, really? We could probably go ahead and do this light. It's irritating. But we need to do it. But we need to adjust the light, Mr. Jordan. Right. Oh my golly gosh. What was that notification? Right there. And Ellie Ez has just subscribed. Thank you very much, Ellie. Very kind of you to go ahead and subscribe to the final render community. The renderlings, as we call ourselves. Right. I want to go ahead and adjust the position of this. Because it's very near the railing, as I said. You know, you can literally reach out and poke it with your finger. And that's a health hazard. We don't want any health hazards in Fallout. So what we need to do now is grab this candle. It's just an individual candle with a lamp on it. And I put it on all these little pedestals. And these do emit light as well. As you can see, it kind of does glow a little bit. Does it flicker? I believe it does. Very subtle. I might go and change for light bulbs another time. But there is a very subtle flicker. But I think there is one that's a bit more obvious. That it's a burning candle flame. Yeah, that's good. I wish this actually had a pre-built one, so to speak. And Jakey Jake 23 has just subscribed. Thank you very much, Jakey Jake. I must say, how many Jakes are in that name? Is it Jakey Jake 23 because there's 23 of you? Or is it just Jakey Jake and there's 23 years of your age, maybe? 23 F's given? I don't know. But thank you very much for subscribing, buddy. Very nice of you. Something I realised the other day is that every time someone subscribes on live stream, I always go, hey, thank you very much for subscribing. They might not even be watching the live stream. You know, they might not even be watching the live stream. They might have just subscribed. So do that there. And I want to have like 3 of these chandeliers. And I loved these ones with the light bulbs, but the light bulbs don't work. And there's no way to get the light bulbs to work. So it just looks a bit rubbish. You know, since the lights aren't actually emitting light. So we're going to go ahead and make one of these. And this also does work. You know, it has a very nice aesthetic, this. You know, the candle light. I don't know how you'd light it. You'd have to go get a ladder or something, wouldn't you? Sometimes I get people saying, final render, the light bulbs are too high on the ceiling in this giant room you've made. How are you going to change the bulb? You get a ladder. You get a ladder. It's that simple. Or they'll say things like, what was the thing that was really, really weird that I saw not long ago? Someone said the gate's too big. How's someone going to open it? That's the same way you open a normal gate. I don't mean to be rude, but sometimes I think people just complain for the sake of complaining. You know what I mean? Okay, so that's all the bottom ones, isn't it? Yeah, that's all the bottom ones done. So let's go ahead and do the next layer. I'll tell you what though, guys. Tell you what. I am going to miss the Creature Kit a little bit when we do more Fallout 76 stuff. I suppose it shouldn't matter because I can still come back to the Creature Kit anytime I want, I guess. But I would really like to go ahead and get a Creation Kit for 76. But I'm going to guess there isn't really going to be one unless they make mod in public. Which I don't know if they will. We'll have to see. They said they'll be modding for private servers. So maybe we can go in and get modding for private servers. That'll be fantastic. Okay. Almost done with this now. We just got a few more. And also, once this is all done, I will group all of these together. So I don't have to go ahead and adjust these candles again once they're done. Go ahead and slide that right there. Also, just realised I'm not recording. Obviously, all of these streams, we do record all this content. And it does get put into an edited video as well. Because as great as live streaming is, I love live streaming. I'm sure you guys probably enjoy watching live streaming as well. Not everyone has the time to watch a live stream, so we still edit these as regular videos as well. But I can only do that if I remember to hit record, which I forget to do far too often. Far too often. What else are people saying though? Let's go ahead and see what people are saying in the chat. Ellie Ez says, I'm new here. Are you a modder? Well, we are indeed building a mod right now, so I guess so. I didn't start off as a modder, but I ended up doing it kind of naturally anyway, because I originally started doing videos in the settlement build mode. But I wanted to have a bit more flexibility with the stuff I made. Because I wasn't just making it for the sake of playing the game. I also wanted it to be available for people and stuff like that. And the best way to do that was with the Creation Kit. I mean, if you build something in the settlement mode on PC, you can go ahead and use the settlement transfer mod by C. Dante. But you can't go ahead and give it to people on the console. Okay, so that's that done then. That's candles and all the things, I believe. Let's go ahead and group all of these together. The candles are already grouped together with their light bulbs. So therefore, they should all come in one piece also. Oh, wait a second. I just grabbed a bit of wall, didn't I? You've got to be really careful when you're selecting stuff to group together. Because if you group the wrong thing together, then you're going to get really confused when you start moving stuff and a bit of ceiling comes with it. That can be very confusing. It's happened to me before, where I accidentally... I think I was doing something with the barbecue, and I accidentally grouped the ceiling of a different part of the building to the barbecue. So that came with it when I tried to move it. Very strange. Multiple group selected. Select the maximum of one and try again. Oh, I can't do that. I can't group them together. Well, isn't that just annoying? Got to get this right first time now, haven't I then? Yeah, so I left one behind there. How's that looking? Yeah, okay, that's good. So now let's go ahead. Duplicate it. Drag it across, just like that. I'll have the location of the middle one and the back one. So I'll just kind of roughly move it to the same spot, you know. I haven't checked out this bar in VR yet. I checked out the player home in VR, and that works really well. It feels really nice in VR. In fact, the entire mod runs better in VR than it does on the computer. Very strange, that is. There we go. Now you're talking. Now we've got the proper candles in there. Looks much neater. Much nicer. Alright, what else are people saying, though? Gabriel Velociraptor says, then you'd have to change all the NPCs to act like they're being a bit in the new area. What are people saying, though? What else are people saying in that? Yeah, Blue says, can you change where the bite attacks are used from? I don't... This is a strange thing about the chat. Sometimes I miss conversations, and then I get very, very confused. This is a very strange conversation. And Try Panda says, looks great so far. Thank you very much, Mr. Panda. Panda. Thank you very much, matey. And we have also got Ben Appleby saying, how do us renderlings find your previous mods? Well, I'm glad you asked, sir. If there is a video on the mod, you can go ahead and just use a link in the description. Or if it's on Bethesda.net, you can search Final Render 21, all one word. Or you can go onto the Nexus mod site, which is obviously the PC mod in place, and you can type in the Final Render, all one word, and you can find them there. But yeah, if I've made a mod in a video, then the link is always in the description. Sorry about that, guys. As I said, I'm really, really hot right now. It's no joke. Maybe 30 degrees right now. And I hate heat, as I said. So what are we going to do next, then? What are we going to do next? I do want to test that, but there's no point testing it now, you know. We just got back in the creation kit. Oh, that's one thing we can do. We needed to adjust these stools very slightly, didn't we? We need to adjust them just a tiny bit. Move them up just a tiny bit, because just their little footsie-wootsies are just poking through the floor, and we don't want that. So, no footsie-wootsies here, Gromit! Raise those up. So is that one poking through now? No, it is not. Sweet. So what we're going to do, now we've got this one looking good, we're going to copy its Z ratio, its Z position, which is obviously up and down. You know, 3D, X is across, Y is up on the scale, but Z is depth. So we're going to copy and paste the same depth to all of these. It's such a minor difference. But the stools are poking through the floor, and if the player notices, then, you know, they're never going to unsee it. The reason why something is wrong is because a player has noticed it being wrong, and they will never unsee that. We also need to adjust these a bit. You know, all these stools are all in a perfectly straight line, and that's not natural. That's not natural at all. We need to go ahead and space them out a little bit so they're less perfect. Because when you're working with mods and stuff and you just kind of drag and drop things in, copy and paste them and stuff like that, it's very easy to make it look too perfect. Now, you don't want it to look perfect. You want it to look a little bit messy. Because humans are a little bit messy. Even when humans try to be tidy, things aren't always straight and stuff like that, you know? Anyone who's got, like, mad OCD will agree that things are never just quite straight. Come on, dude. Edit. Edit. Oh, for God's sake, there's always one. There's always one stool which doesn't want to play ball. We call that the naughty stool. I'll put that there. There we go. Just 4 more now. We didn't actually walk back here, did we? We need to walk back here as well to make sure that the players can walk in this back part as well. As well, obviously got very thin little tolerances for where the player can walk. And Ali Ez says, why are there 2 Velociraptors in this chat? Because there's always more than one. Because there's always more than one Velociraptor. That's why. But yeah, also, if you guys who are Velociraptors and stuff like dinosaurs, I actually do have quite a lot of Jurassic Park content and Jurassic World content, as I said. We actually did do the VR demo called Blue. We did that on the HTC Vive, where you get to see Blue in VR. Very cool video. Very cool video. As I said, it's kind of a promotional piece for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. It's a very cool little VR demo. Very nicely done. Looks very realistic. Because it's all filmed rather than made in 3D. So it's really, really nice. And Black Widow says, Jurassic Park fanboys. Hey, that ain't that bad. That ain't that bad. Jurassic Park's a good film. Jurassic World, not so much, but Jurassic Park, good film, good film. Well, Jurassic Park is an interesting franchise in the sense that it's arguably had more bad films than good films. It's kind of like Star Wars. You know, it's had more bad films than good films. But, like, the first two were so good, it just kind of makes up for it. You know, because think about Star Wars, you know, it's like, everyone says, I kind of agree, Last Jedi was pretty bad. You know, Rogue One was pretty bad. You know, it was a bit boring, if I'm completely honest. And, Force Awakens, it was alright. All the prequels are bad. So it's arguably had more bad films than good films. It's the same for Jurassic Park. First one's great. Second one's way too long and a bit boring at times. Third one is a bit too simple. Jurassic World ain't great. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom kind of overstays its welcome a little bit. It kind of drags on a little too long, you know. So Jurassic Park's very similar to Star Wars in that sense, where it's got more bad than good, you know? They've always got good bits. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom has got some fantastic bits in it. But it's not anywhere near the same caliber as the first film, you know. It's a very different film. It's very horror, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, actually. There's lots of kind of Hitchcockian terror in there. I said Cockian. Okay. So I've got to be careful about the windows, haven't I? Can't do anything on that back wall. Carpets is what we wanted, wasn't it? We do have a red carpet for the dartboard. Is it carpet or rug? Carpet edging. Edging. We don't want that really, do we, though? We want rugs, don't we? We want rugs. Give me the rugs. Show me the money. Where's the money, Lebowski? What else are people saying, though? Let's go ahead and read some of this chat, then. Oh, yeah. Blue says he saw the last movie. It was a good movie. It is a little overdone in many areas, but it's still better than Jurassic World 3. Or do you mean Jurassic Park 3? I wanted to say Jurassic Park 3 is a much better movie than people make it out to be. It's way better than what's it called? Jurassic Park 2. Jurassic World 3. Way better. Jurassic Park 2 goes on and nothing happens in it. At least in Jurassic Park 3 there's cool fights. And awesome dinosaurs. Giant dinosaurs. Like the friggin' Spinosaurus. It's friggin' ace. And it may just be... I might actually be a little bit... What's the word? I might be a little bit biased towards Jurassic Park 3. Because I actually wrote a huge paper on Jurassic Park 3 when I was in university. All about visual effects. Because my primary education is in digital video technology. Primarily in special effects and camera work. And that's stuff I do outside of YouTube, by the way. I'm a camera operator. And the thing about Jurassic Park 3 is that it's got hundreds of scenes in Jurassic Park 3 where they have CGI dinosaurs and puppeteered dinosaurs in the same shot. And it's really hard to tell which is which. It's an absolute masterpiece of puppeteered animatronics, Jurassic Park 3. It's incredible. You know the Spinosaurus in Jurassic Park 3 in the water, you know, attacking the boat? That's a real thing. It's a robot, not a CGI thing. It's incredible, Jurassic Park 3, what they pulled off for that film in terms of puppeteering. So I have a lot more, how can I say it? I have a lot more respect for Jurassic Park 3 as a piece of visual effects technology. Ah, crack the neck right there. And Blue Router says there were mostly all robots in 3. Most were CGI since they were scrapped, used behind the scenes. No, there were still plenty of CGI ones in Jurassic Park 3. Don't get me wrong, but you often couldn't tell the difference. You often couldn't tell the difference. Listen to me. I've been talking about Jurassic Park for like the last 10 minutes or so. I'm going to be talking about a Fallout. So I want to go ahead and get one of these rugs here. I want to have this behind the bar. I want to have like some kind of rubberized floors behind the bar, because obviously spills and stuff like that. Now the player won't necessarily come back here, but if they do, in fact let's actually get some of the vault mats. They work well. Player won't necessarily come back here, but if they do, it still needs to have the same amount of attention. Something we've done a lot with this mod, especially on the exterior, is that there are so many little details that the player may never notice, like all the security guard towers, for example, that we made. There's loads of items and stuff like that in there, but the player, because of the height of the towers, are very unlikely to ever see that. But if they do go up there, say if they use a jetpack or something, then they'll go, oh wow, there's even stuff up here. You know? It's important to think about what the player might do, not what they're likely to do. Because I'm sure many of you guys know that gamer. The first thing they do when they get a new game is start jumping on the tables and breaking things, and then they accidentally glitch out of the level, and then they say, this game sucks. It's glitched. Or something along those lines. But in reality, they're just being an idiot. Okay, so there's a rug there. That's looking good. Let's actually turn off the lighting engine so we can see a bit better. Hi up. How long has that been there? How long has that bit of dirt been there? Alright, so we've got some kind of decal here. Is it a decal? You see this dirt here? That's not meant to be there. That is very, very odd. It's not letting me click on it either. It's definitely not a decal, is it? Do you see like an arrow pointing at the ground or something? Indicating a decal? I don't know. I'm going to move on for now because that's very, very unusual. Very, very unusual. What else are people saying though? KP says, notice me senpai, final render. Oh, KP, I love you. Arigatou gozaimashita. Is that what you wanted to hear? I suppose I could probably fix the under part of this stairs actually, couldn't I? We fixed the rest of it, goddammit. Might as well also do the same for here. Go ahead and just cover this up right here. Make it look a bit neater and tidier. And raise it up a tad. I don't think I can actually go in and snap that in place because I've used the floor in a way it's not meant to be used. That wasn't even lined up with the stairs, was it? There we go. That's alright. I don't really know what else to do right now for it because everything else is going to be really boring to do with this, really. So we'll take one more look at it in-game. We'll test the jukebox, see if it works. Because as I said, everything else I've got to do is going to be really boring. I've got to fix the windows, I've got to fix the door. You know, it's just fixing stuff. And that's really goddamn boring to watch. So we'll go ahead and jump into the game one more time. Take a look at it. And then see what's up. Ooh. Ah. Okay, so launch into the game there then. Okay, so remember guys, we obviously go ahead and live stream these, and we have no ads on this channel when we go ahead and live stream. We have no ads on the live stream because we have the donations open. We have the donations open so Google can't interrupt, and also so we can do giant projects like this. The only reason we've been able to do this live streaming series for 42 episodes is because we have had the donations open. So please consider going ahead and sending in a quick donation in the last few minutes if you want to, or sponsor. Sponsoring is a great thing to do as well if you really want to support the channel. And you see all the names scrolling of the Patreon people below? All that Patreon money goes, and obviously there's not much of it, but obviously thank you very much for everyone who does support the Patreon. All that money pays for this internet connection we're streaming on right now. Because I live in the middle of nowhere. I live in the middle of the English countryside. And there is no good internet here. No good internet. So I literally said to you guys, the viewers, if you guys go and support the Patreon, we will live stream on a regular basis. And then what do you know? They started going and supporting the Patreon because they are dedicated to the channel. And if you think you are dedicated to the channel, you really enjoy the content, or you think you'll enjoy it in the future, please consider going ahead and supporting the Patreon. It's a really good way to go ahead and support the channel. As I said, that money goes directly to the internet connection and also the editing software we use. So thank you very much for going and donating to the Patreon if you already are. And if you're not, please consider doing so yourself. Okay, jukebox. Do you work? No, jukebox does not work. Okay, never mind. What a shame. So what does it look like back here then? Yep, the rubber flooring looks okay back there. That's all good. It's looking nice and bright now, actually. Now we've got that in there, isn't it? You can't really see the flickering, though. There's meant to be a little bit of flickering, you know, but it's just with the candles. But it's just really hard to see. I definitely think I'll go ahead and change the light bulb. That was a weird little glitcher. I definitely think I'll go ahead and change the light source on this. Because, as I said, they are meant to kind of flicker slightly. And it looked like they were doing it in the creation kit. But it's not doing it right now. So, I think I'll go ahead and change that. And, oh yeah, the stools. Are the stools poking through the floor now? They seem okay. Anything that side? Anything that side? Nope. And the actual posters, they still seem good. I mean, I didn't adjust them or anything, but I didn't probably check all of them, did I? Ah, you see, this one's like floating. Very slightly. Stuff like this are the things you really need to check, because players notice straight away if you don't go ahead and check stuff like this. They will notice, they will say, everything is 100% perfect, except this one poster in the bar is floating. I'm not going to support you, Final Render. You're a loser, and I hate you. You also smell a bit. It's probably true considering the weather right now. Okay, but that one's good. That one's good. What about this one here? And that one's okay, but we can see a little bit into the ether through this wall. We'll have to go ahead and adjust the wall very slightly. You can see this kind of like blue and yellow light. That's just kind of the ether outside, you know, that's empty space. The void, it's often called in modding. And we don't want that. And this one. That one seems good. This one, the blast radius one. It's very slightly flown. It's not so much floating, but it's kind of offset. You know, if we go ahead and rotate it a little bit, just like that, then that one should fit the wall quite nicely. And look at those God rays coming through. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Alright, we've got these two back here now as well, haven't we? Yep, seems okay. Yep, all seems good with these. Everything seems good. So yeah, we're probably going to go ahead and end the video here then, end the stream here, because there actually isn't much else to do until we start fixing some of the really small problems. I might be able to get like an hour or so tomorrow on my computer. So I'll be able to go ahead and maybe do some of the boring stuff, like put the windows in and stuff like that. Maybe try to fix some of the doors and stuff like that. Because as of right now, that one, when you go through that door, it drops you to the floor. And this one, it just... It don't work. It don't work. It plays for noise. Oh no, it plays that noise anyway. But yeah. It don't work from this side. Even when you flip it round, it still don't work. I don't know. Okie dokie. So let's go ahead and save it there. But besides that, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. We could probably go like maybe put some Christmas lights up here or something like that. Just something to give it a bit more colour, a bit more personality. And Bobby Bear says add bear taps as well. Well, beer taps, I think he meant to write, not bear taps. You know, a bear tap would be terrifying. You turn a tap and a bear comes out. But yeah, we're going to have to make some custom beer taps. And also just put lots of bottles and stuff behind there. Which is okay, actually, seeing as we've got all the alcohol made into a static item already, which is fantastic. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. This has been a very nice live stream. Sorry it was like 3 minutes too late or something like that, but you can thank Nvidia for that. So thank you very much for watching this video. This is coming along really nicely. This actually might be done sooner than I thought, actually, looking at how it's going so far. You know, it's actually looking really, really good. Once we just kind of fix one or two of the errors and maybe decorated the bar, we could probably then move on to the Church of Atom, which is going to be even smaller. And then it's just NPCs and the mod's done. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I've been the Final Render, and you've been the audience. And until next time, farewell. Remember to be nice to each other. Go ahead and check out all the cool people in the Patreon, and you can see their names in the description. And also, join the Discord if you want to go ahead and do that. I'll be there, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye, gang. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Say goodbye to the people on the stream, Dave. On the stream, Dave. Say goodbye on the stream. Why do you never remember? It's what we do. We stream games. Say goodbye. Don't put that up your nose, Dave. Last time you put that up your nose, half of your brain came out. Yes, I know it's a small brain, but don't do it. Don't do it, Dave. Take that out of your nose.